What is the Recovery Potential Screening Tool? It's a technical tool that helps state water programs and other users compare relative conditions across large numbers of watersheds to help them plan strategies and set priorities. This flexible tool helps its users design their own watershed comparisons, carry out the analysis, and communicate their findings. Most RPS tools are state-specific and were developed for or jointly with state water programs. The nationwide series of state tools was first released in 2014 and has been updated yearly. Each tool has watershed indicator data already embedded for hundreds of base ecological, stressor, and social attributes at the HUC-12 scale. These indicators are used to calculate several indices used for watershed comparison. In addition to storing pre-compiled indicator data, each statewide tool contains a user-friendly interface for setting up a screening, automatically calculates RPS index scores and ranks for watersheds of interest, displays results in customizable table, plot, and map form, and can be readily updated with new user-generated indicator data. Why was the Recovery Potential Screening tool developed? State water quality programs face a huge challenge in restoring thousands of impaired waters. With limited resources, strategic planning and priority setting are essential. To assist state water programs, the EPA Office of Water developed the RPS tool to provide a systematic yet flexible way for comparing watersheds in terms of key factors affecting restoration or pollutant load reduction. Through EPA's technical support, all states and territories have RPS tools, and RPS projects have taken place in most states and territories since 2004. How is the tool being used? The RPS tool's usage has expanded far beyond its origins in impaired waters priority setting. Nevertheless, many states recently used the tool to help decide on which waters to prioritize for restoration and protection over a 10-year time frame. Several state non-point source management programs also have used the tool to consider strategies and priorities in their periodically revised 5-year program plans. In support of Gulf Coast restoration efforts after the Deepwater Horizon disaster, the RPS tool provided each Gulf state with numerous screenings that identified where specific watersheds might be best suited to specific types of restoration techniques. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has found the RPS tool useful in supporting dialogue with states about where to fund National Water Quality Initiative projects in agriculturally dominated watersheds. In other states, the RPS tool has improved the recognition of healthy watersheds suitable for protection planning and avoidance of emerging risks. And in 9 states concerned about managing nutrient impacts on their waters, the RPS tool demonstrated options for priority watershed nutrients management in a variety of exposure settings identified by the states.
Hi, I'm Paulette from Kentucky. We use the Recovery Potential tool to help identify areas for septic tank repair and education, and we used it to help predict areas of healthy watersheds.
Within the Division of Water Quality, the Watershed Management Program uses the Recovery Potential Screening tool developed for North Dakota to prioritize watersheds for implementation of our nutrient reduction strategy, as well as within our Basin Water Quality Management Framework. Through this framework, watersheds within each of the state's 9 major river basins are prioritized for a variety of water quality management purposes, including monitoring and assessment, TMDL development, and Section 319 watershed project implementation.
In 2009, Michigan's non-point source program used the Recovery Potential Screening tool with our own data to help us target our high-quality watersheds for protection efforts and our impaired watersheds for restoration efforts. We are currently updating our watershed prioritization process and intend to capitalize on the work done by the RPS team by including many of the metrics they've developed.
Here in Connecticut, we use the Recovery Potential Screening Tool to develop our list of priority waters for our vision objectives. The tool enabled us to consider large amounts of information to select waters that would most benefit from state efforts and resources. With guidance from EPA, our team was able to further customize the tool using additional Connecticut-generated data.
Here in Tennessee, we've been using the Recovery Potential Screening Tool for several years now, not only to help us prioritize our projects, but also to assist other agencies like the NRCS in selecting their National Water Quality Initiative priority watersheds.
We're here in the West Tapachow watershed, which the Recovery Potential Screening Tool has been used to kind of validate some of the low scores it's gotten in terms of land cover covered by impervious surface and the results on water quality here. We're taking a look at flooding right now and kind of using some of this information combined with the data and some rich media to help prioritize this watershed because it needs all the help it can get.
What's it like to use the RPS tool? The RPS tool is a specially coded spreadsheet file that requires moderate spreadsheet skills and background knowledge of water quality and its management. Most of the data come from already public GIS sources and water quality monitoring programs. User-selected indicators are combined within the tool to calculate index scores. These indices provide the basis for recognizing differences among watersheds in their relative condition, potential risks, and other factors that may affect restoration or protection efforts. The user can compare just a small set of watersheds or every watershed across the state. The high degree of user control over indicator selection, weighting, and adding new data makes the RPS tool adaptable to a very wide range of watershed comparisons. The Recovery Potential Screening website at www.epa.gov/RPS is a one-stop shop for information about RPS methods and tools. At this website you can find and download state-specific RPS tools, browse information about watershed indicators, or find user support. Watch for the following RPS Tool video series topics.